So today we're going to keep this video nice, short, and sweet, and we're going to talk about 9 Friezas that awaken into Golden Frieza. Now, I'm pretty sure some of these cards are pretty rare now, because a couple of them are either obtained by A, being rewarded to your gift box, or B, the event being discontinued. Now, with that being stated, let's go ahead and start out with the first 2 AGL Golden Friezas. One that awakens from basically the Bardock event. I'm pretty sure this card drops from the Bardock event, right? Just double check that. Yes, he does, and you can still obtain him today. And one is a rare card that you cannot obtain anymore, correct? Yeah, it's from the discontinued... What event is that? Yeah, the Countdown to Resurrection, from that discontinued Countdown to Resurrection event. As you guys can see, it says character is no longer obtainable. Alright, so with that out the way, we're going to start out with the Bardock story event, Farmable Frieza. What does he do? He gives AGL type 30% attack. It says AGL type 30% attack increase. Yeah. I know I read that incorrectly, but it's essentially what it is. But as it's worded, it says AGL type attack increased by 30%, but that's basically him getting just 30% attack to AGL type. He does extreme damage, and he debuffs all enemies' attack by 12%. It just says all enemies' attack reduced by 12%. So he's passively lowering enemy attack, pretty much. Could be useful. Now my thing is, debuffing, was it useful? You can make the case that defensive debuffing on the enemy was a tad bit more useful than attack debuffing on the enemy, because you can kill the enemy faster by debuffing their defense, because that was useful back in 2015. But yeah, that is what this guy exactly does. Was this good? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say this is a pretty okay passive. Now we move on over to the second Golden Frieza, which is the one that awakens from the unobtainable version. He gives AGL type +2 key, and he does extreme. And he also has a 50% chance to lower enemy defense by 50%. Now, if this procs, this is a very powerful ability. If it doesn't, then he's pretty much a dead unit on your team. Pretty much. A dead unit on your team, a dead unit on rotation. Pretty much, that's what it is. I would have to say, granted, this is a better ability, him having the defensive debuff for 2015. This is going to be more consistent because it's a guaranteed passive attack debuffing. But if this procs, this is very powerful for 2015, of course. Now, moving on over to the next Golden Frieza cards, we have the TEQ third form SR Frieza, which is I'm pretty sure he's a summonable SR, right? Yeah, he's a summonable SR. And then we also have the Mecha Frieza. Can we farm this guy up still? Can we? We could. Yeah, we could. We can get him from the Super Strike event. Okay, so these 2 cards are actually still obtainable today, outside, of course, this AGL Final Form Frieza. So anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead on over to the INT Golden Frieza and the TEQ Golden Frieza. How you guys doing, by the way? I hope you guys are all doing great. I'm having a pretty good day. I can't even lie. I'm having a nice day. Woke up pretty early. I was pretty sluggish, tired. I'm pretty sure, didn't daylight savings end or start? I don't know. All I know is that I was told that we lost an hour of sleep. That's true. But... enough of that. Alright, so the TEQ Golden Frieza, who awakens from the third form Frieza, he is a TEQ and STR type 25% attack, leader skill, does extreme, and gives TEQ and STR type +2 key. This is actually good. That's good. That is good for 2015. I have to keep saying that is good for 2015 because I gotta remember the time period that we're in at the time of this guy's awakening. So if I keep mentioning the fact that we're talking about a 2015 card, that is because I don't want this video to be out of context. Where, for example, if I say that this is just a flat out good ability, no, it's not. This is a terrible ability for today. Because guys, no shit. This card is almost how many years old? This card is almost 9+ years old, right? Because we're in March, or today's March 10th of 2024. This card comes out in May of 2015. Like, So we're essentially almost 2 months away from this card being 9 years old. It's pretty crazy, right? Anyways, we have the INT Golden Frieza that awakens from the Mecha Frieza, the SR one, of course, from the Super Strike event. His leader skill is INT type plus 3 key, does extreme damage, and he also gets 42% attack when key is 7 or more. Okay. I would have to say this guy's utility will be just a tad bit more useful than this guy's just offense. Albeit offense is the meta back then. I would say, granted you are running, like, this is not a bad leader skill. Because if you really think about it, yeah, yo, this TEQ Golden Frieza's not bad. Is he the best of the bunch so far? Let me see both the AGL Friezas. This isn't that bad at all, provided it procs. If he doesn't, he's a dead unit on the team. And he's a passive attack debuffer. Yeah, this, I'm gonna have to say, I like this guy as the best so far. Yeah, I'll have to say so. I mean, this is pretty nice, actually, because he can actually, you know, do some damage. But he's essentially giving 25% attack and 2 key. That's essentially what he's giving, provided you're running a mono TEQ slash STR team. If you're running a mono TEQ and STR team, then this guy is not a bad option at all, because he's essentially going to be giving 2 key and 25% attack to the entire team. So I would honestly say I like this guy's the best so far. In terms of like sheer attack power, he's the best so far because he has the highest percentage attack out of any passive we've seen thus far, because these characters are basically debuffers, right? Well, outside of this guy, because he's giving AGL type 30% attack, but technically that's for the leader skill. We're talking strictly based off of passive. We're talking leader skill, then this guy's giving the highest amount of attack. And if we're talking passive, the highest amount of attack is definitely from this INT Golden Frieza. Now, the next cards are going to be from this unobtainable first form Frieza, which is given as a special gift that you can obtain by getting your gift box way back in February of 2015, by the way. So if you have this card, congratulations, you have a very rare card inside your box. Magnificent. And then we also have the summonable SR first form Frieza. Yeah. We have the summonable SR first form Frieza that you can get from friend summons, and you can get from just regular summons as a whole. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close out these 4, and let's go ahead and talk about you, and let's talk about you. Let's see what you guys are doing. Okay, so he's giving INT type 30% attack on his leader skill. And he also gets 30% attack and defense when HP is 80% or below, which is very easy to get off, and of course he does extreme damage. So none of these guys have a super attack effect, but that's understandable considering the fact that these are all 2015 units. And do keep in mind this is a JP exclusive, considering the fact that this guy was given out as a special gift back at the time of February of 2015. Yes, February of 2015. So of course 3 weeks into February. Anyways, this is quite good, by the way. Very good, because you pair these two up together. I would say if you're able to find, for whatever reason, back at this time, if you're able to find a friend leader that is giving any type of key, INT type +2 key or +3 key, and you pair this guy up as the leader, that could work. Most certainly, because if you do add that up, that's essentially the friend support, as well as of course, the leader you're running. You'd run this guy's the leader. You run a random INT type +3 key leader skill as your friend support, and that'd be giving, for the sake of this video, it's an example, 3 key and 30% attack together. And then this guy would be getting 30% attack and defense from his passive when you fall below the HP threshold, which is very easy to get back in 2015, considering the fact that the toughest content in the game at the time was Quest. So, in total, he would be able to get up to 3 key, for example, as a friend leader, 3 key, 30% attack here, and 30% attack and defense here. So, essentially, that's 60% attack, 3 key, and 30% defense. That's good! That is good for 2015! Let's just... percentages... ruled. Just have always ruled Dokkan. Let's just say that. Anytime you're able to get percentages on a unit that's strong, I will say that. Flat number boost were how how would I say this? I feel like flat number boosts were seen as a way to balance out new cards as they were coming out in Dokkan at the time. Is that crazy to say? That probably is crazy to say. So, with that being said, let's go on over to STR Golden Frieza, who awakens from the summonable first form Frieza from, of course, Namek, right? He has Namek Saga. Of course he does. A Namek Saga card awakening into a goddamn movie boss's Golden Frieza. You love to see it. He has planned Namek Saga still. Why does he... What is this Frieza? He doesn't have Planet Namek Saga. Yeah, this is the Frieza that literally blows up Planet Vegeta, right? Yeah. Anyways, going back on over to STR Golden Frieza, he gives 15% attack to all types. That's a good leader skill. This is the best leader skill of all of them thus far. I'm gonna say that because it's an Omni type leader skill. Shout out to my guy Yeet, by the way. This is an Omni type leader skill, and he also starts out with 2,000 attack at the start of turn. So I'm just throwing out the same theory I threw out before. The reason why this guy has a flat number of attack is A, because he's a 2015 unit, and B, crazy reason, but it's balancing out the fact that he does have a strong leader skill. This is good. I will say that. And if able to, for whatever reason, if there are any Omni-type leader skills at the time in 2015 around this guy's awakening, you pair him up with this guy's leader skill, that's good. This is good. I will put that out there. Anyways, but yeah, I would definitely say this is the best leader skill, for sure, out of all the Golden Friezas. And I think that this guy, oh man, like these three are good. All three of these Golden Friezas are good for 2015, man. Certainly. Yeah, because he has a strong leader skill. He, essentially, if you run a mono tech / STR team, he's giving 2 key and 25% attack to the entire team, essentially. And then you have this guy over here. Wait, go back over to him. You run double him. That's, on both rotations, for a leader skill as a whole, that's 50% attack to tech and STR. And then he's giving 2 key on both rotations to attack and STR. This guy's good. Certainly is, provided you run him up for his leader skill and then have him on both rotations. And then this guy over here, great leader skill for 2015. This is immaculate for a free to, well, he's not a free to play card. He's a summonable SR. Excuse me, I thought I called him free to play. This is a good leader skill for a summonable SR. And then you have this guy. You can get pretty nutty with this guy. He can be pretty nutty. Anyways, who are the next cards we're going to talk about? The last 3. I said this was going to be a short video. We're already 12 minutes in. Oh, well. We have the summonable SR. What's that? The summonable SR first form Frieza? Yeah, he's a summonable SR. That you can still obtain today, of course. And then we also have the summonable SR second form Frieza, who's, of course, obtainable still today. And we'll just knock out this last guy, who I'm pretty sure is not obtainable anymore. No, he is. He is. Okay, I mistaken his old ass card art for him being unobtainable, but he is still obtainable. Weird. This guy's obtainable? Really? Why have I never seen this guy on my... Huh? Am I crazy? Why do I feel like I've never pulled this guy? He's obtainable? Let me check the comments. Pretty sure I got him on one of the old banners. This is weird. He got removed from banners? Yeah. Yeah, he's not on banners. He's not obtainable anymore. Because I have not seen this guy at all of my summons, ever. This has to be a rare card. He can't be obtainable, for sure. I've never seen this guy in my summon. He's an SSR too. Yeah, the only SSR out of all these guys too, at that. Anyways, this guy's unobtainable. I've never seen him in my summons at all. Let me know if you guys seen him in your summons down below. You know, I just say he's unobtainable. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at you, and you. So, first things first, we have this STR Golden Frieza who awakens from the first form Namek Saga Frieza. He still has Namek Saga, by the way, as a Golden Frieza. My bad. Frieza went Golden Frieza in Planet Namek Saga. My bad. It's A-okay. He's also a movie boss on Planet Namek Saga. Yeah, categories make sense. Yeah, just put that out there. Category makes sense. You know, if Dokkan wanted to be funny and, you know, just toss us all a bone, they would have slapped this guy on Super Bosses. And now imagine if he was on Super Bosses, movie bosses, of course. Super Bosses, movie bosses, Planet Namek Saga. Imagine if he had Super Bosses to pair with all these others. Movie bosses, of course, make sense, but I mean, Planet Namek Saga. No, if he awakens, you like, come on. Golden Frieza, there was no golden damn Frieza on Planet Namek Saga. Like, come on, man. Anyways, STR type, 25% attack, extreme damage. He also has a 30% chance that all enemies get their attack and defense debuffed by 30%. Provided it procs, it's good. If it doesn't, he's a dead unit on the team, pretty much. Now we went over to the STR Golden Frieza, which is from the second form Frieza. He gives 30% attack to STR types on his leader skill, extreme damage, of course, and he disables enemies' guard. And wow, he disables enemies' guard and debuffs. Wait, Frieza's passive lasts for 1 round on one enemy, and only after Frieza has attacked. He disables enemies' guard. Enemies guard disabled and minus 50% defense. Am I crazy? Does he debuff his own defense? Nah, they would have put like a little semicolon there to separate that. Weird. Definitely weird. Because if he's debuffing enemy's defense, then this is strong. This is definitely strong. Okay. Interesting. And then we have, last but not least, this, of course, SSR Golden Frieza. He has the best leader skill of all of them. Okay, never mind. Forget the STR Golden Frieza that we just talked about. He gives TEQ, INT, STR type, HP, and attack plus 20%. Okay. And he gets 40% attack at the start of turn. So he's the best of all of them. Certainly, he's the best of all of them. All right. So, with that being said, we've spoken about all these Golden Friezas. The reason why I made this video is because I was taking a look at some of the cards after I talked about all these SRs, Rs, and Ns. If you haven't seen that video, I posted it yesterday. Go ahead and give it a check, like, you know, a look. It was a brain rot session. I will say that. It was a bit of a brain rot session. But yeah, I made this video because I wanted to talk about some of these other cards, these older cards, but then I kept scrolling through the months, and then I got on over to the Frieza cards, which of course come out in May, right? They come out in May? Yeah, they all come out in May. So I just said, fuck it, let's just talk about it. Yes, this was a brain rot session. 1000%. The video I posted, it was yesterday. Check it out, guys. It was fun. I appreciate you guys for watching. You guys are the best. I'll catch you guys next video. I love you all absolutely. Man. Peace.